hello, for anyone watching, the things that I comment on this podcast, the advice that I give, the answers to my questions are not a replacement for therapy. You can get on Psychology Today. You can get on Google and type Black therapist in my area, or you can DM me and I will give you a referral. But the views expressed on this podcast are not a replacement for therapy. Now, I speak the truth. I speak from personal experience and expertise, but please go to therapy. This is not an excuse to not have candid, authentic conversations with your spouse. If you're feeling away, you cannot use a 30-second clip from me. You can, however, book a session. Thank you. Reporting live from the Fuk Outta Here podcast. This is your girl, Brandi.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Fuk Outta Here. Welcome to the Fuk Outta Here. Welcome to the Fuk Outta Here podcast show. If y'all are wondering why y'all hear them white men in the background, it's because I don't feel like it, motherfuckers.
Them people white.
She said the people white.
White men and Cardi B and Charlamagne the God. But you know what? Due to copyright infringements, I
For
can't
real,
even
you know what I'm saying?
You can't use it no more?
Is this true?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm tired, bitch.
What's that, man?
Big
50
Meech.
Cent and Big Meech.
Oh yeah, that's true. So we was talking about, before we start recording. Oh, I'm the guy that never lies. I do say so.
You better that DJ Truth.
It's Jajeaux, 1 million of the black aristocrats.
And the same person who never has anything cool to say.
I like that.
That I was just about to say that you like that's
I
that
like
it
that,
is.
I like that.
I like that. You keep that going, girl. You keep that going. Ben, you got a punchline?
I was just about to say why she go punch.
I got one. Brandi, I look big on this podcast. So.
Who's back skinny today?
But anyway, we was talking about how to tell our daughters how to deal with heartache. So before we start recording, me and my cousin Jajeaux, we was talking about how to prepare our daughters for heartbreak or future disappointment. So
just from a male's perspective, you feel me? Because I have it. Sometimes it's difficult for me to approach, you know what I'm saying, my daughter in situations like that. Because at first I want to be alpha and be like, you better not bring that nigga around here. But shit, What are you doing? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like, I want to ask Brandi from a woman's perspective, like, damn, is we coming at our daughters correctly? Like, is there other avenues? Should we come at them or what? What you think?
I mean, if you saying had a nigga come around and stuff, she's just gonna sneak. You know what I mean? So wouldn't you rather meet them than have no idea who your child is around and get no feel for him at all? You know what I mean?
Not for sure.
I think that you have to just be like, yeah, let me meet the nigga. Like, so let me see, let me get a feel for him or whatever. And
the
again,
young man.
do what she want to do. But if she just telling you about Trey and you never met him, see him, don't know what he looked like, don't know what kind of car he drive, where he live at, what type of who he live with, like, I would rather know than not know. Because my dad told me, like, I don't want to meet no nigga unless he trying to marry you. So guess what I did? I talked to a whole bunch of guys that he knew nothing about until I was going to get married. The first guy he met was my ex-husband. But guess what? He didn't meet him until he's ready to marry me. So he didn't get a good pickup on him. And guess what? My marriage ended in divorce. Whereas if maybe he had met him, got to take him golfing or to shoot hoops or to go eat with him, he could have been like, hey, bruh, ain't the one. But you ain't want to meet him until he was ready to marry me. But at that point, we kids we in love, we live together. And so it's too late at that point, because at that point, no matter what my dad said, I was going forth with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to say, I don't want to meet no nigga unless he's serious about you, unless he's trying to marry you. Wouldn't you want to meet him before we got to that point? Because at that point, you don't have no influence.
Let me
So
read
I
that nigga.
say you need to meet whoever your child is around, because you need to pick up on your body senses, and you need to feel this nigga out. Or if something happened, you need to know what the nigga look like and where he live at. So if your daughter ain't coming home, you know where to fucking go.
Yep.
But to say I don't want to meet no nigga unless he's trying to marry you, well, imagine how many niggas I didn't talk to that he never met, never had any idea of, and if something came up with me, he wouldn't have a clue to say, well, the last known person she was dating or the nigga she was talking to, you know what I mean? So don't be more out of it than in. Be very much involved in it. I meet every girl my son talked to. He 15.
Sure.
But every girl, he sent me a picture. Mom, what you think about her? And I asked, who she live with? She got a daddy? Oh, she live with a grandma? Where her mom and daddy at? Okay, well, she live with a grandma. You know she got mommy and daddy issues, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's just certain stuff that I'm going to know based off my questions. You know what I mean? What school she go to? Okay, I know she go to a private school, public school. What neighborhood she live in? That tell me a lot about her, too. You know what I mean? So, and I'd be like, what she be talking about? Like, what she talk about on the phone? What's her zodiac sign? Right? Like, it's a whole bunch.
Oh, shit, you be asking.
Oh, yeah. I need to know who my son dealing with. You know
no,
what I mean?
like, is he, like... As you know, as so much that he tell you, but like he's not afraid to tell you, like when you're asking, like what y'all talk about, like
my son
like
tells me everything. That's my road dog. I had
Brandi, basically you go to the bathroom and be like, Mama, my dick hard. You be like, baby, that's not true. That's normal, baby. Your dick go hard. You man, what should I do with this? Baby, just jack it off. You're gonna be just fine.
I mean, we've had to have those conversations. Like, I'm very, very, very candid with my son. Like, it ain't
sometimes you got to.
Yeah, like
because I never had no talks like that with my.
Most of y'all have, most men haven't, and that's why they don't know how to deal with a woman, because we just say, "Oh, just have a girlfriend, just do this and that." But my son gonna know, because I talk to him. We talk about sex, feelings, emotions, changes in our body. Like, I talk to my son about everything, because my parents talked to me about nothing. I did everything by trial and error and not telling them anything. So my
Brandi, toast to you, baby. Because most parents don't like tell their kids that they just let them go through trial and error. So
I made sure. I tell my wife, like, hey, make sure you having that conversation. Or make sure you feel me, like, and then on the son's side, like, hey, boy, come on now. You know what I'm saying?
Like, shit though, because most kids, they know they're gonna learn from trial and error. They might stick their dick in something that's infected, and it be a lifetime disease.
But I ain't gonna lie either though. On some real stuff, like my daughter, she'll come back home. Man, them kids so fast. Like, she'll come back home with some stuff they be done said. You know what I'm saying? Going around. So they kind of hip already. You just gotta help them put the pieces together.
No, and that's the thing. Your voice should be the first thing that your child hears. So before they hearing it from their friends, their peers, or catching it off the street, y'all should already had that conversation, because whoever hear it first is what's gonna stick. So if they heard it first at school, or they heard it first from their peers, that's what they believe. Parents aren't cool at this age. So I've been talking to my son since he was 10 or 11 before all that stuff even come. So now he's hearing stuff, but me and him have already talked about it. And I feel like that's the thing. We feel like, well, I don't want to talk about it because then it's gonna make them do it. No, they're gonna find out and do the shit anyway. So you have to talk up to them about it beforehand. You want your voice to be the loudest voice. So son,
how do you introduce that at that age? Like at 10?
You know what? I think that's the difference, is because at a certain age, like my parents, like I'm gonna say my mama was like, you're blocking you away from rated R movies and all of that shit. It's like, I think that was because once you get older, it's like, I'm not gonna say when I got to like, oh, now I want to be a freak, like, but I think if you're introducing at a young, not like at a young age, but at an age that they can start understanding, I think, you start talking to them, it ain't gonna be like as worse as like I was, and you start getting in middle school and you start seeing around girls that was, that was willing to do stuff like that. You start like, I went a little crazy. I didn't care, but I think because they blocked, my mom and them blocked that shit when I was at a young age, and not having that talk too. So,
but this age is so. I'm sorry, Brandon, but this age is so easily accessible to social media and porn sites. They can view all these things nowadays, so they're like kind of ahead of where we were at that time. So we didn't have the access that these kids have nowadays. So they can locate porn, they can locate social media and see what's going on. So they're a little, excuse me, they're a little more advanced than we are. So when they want to fuck somebody, they're gonna fuck somebody because they see it on the internet. They think that is cool, like it's a trend. Like, oh, let's do these type of things. Let's have sex. Like not all of them, but like some of them, like involved in that environment. They're so used to that they're thinking that that's cool. So what do you say to kids that are just accustomed to that? We need to have sex era. Like, how do you approach your child and be like, that's not right? Because I don't want to put my personal business out, but like I think I caught my. Not even going to say it. Just like, how do you approach your child and saying you don't need to do these sexual active things to impress your partner? How do you approach your child with that?
Well, I mean, first of all, it needs to be normalized as if it's a normal thing, because it very much so is a normal thing.
Right.
I think when we make stuff so big, it makes them curious. Like, well, damn, why are they so adamant about don't do this and don't do that? That makes them curious. So I think we have to just talk about it as if it's just a normal thing, because it is just a normal thing, right? These urges and these sensations and feelings are normal. Everybody is going to have them at a certain age. So it's no sense of making this big old thing about it. You just talk about it like you would talk about learning how to brush your teeth or putting on deodorant. You know what I mean? Maybe just buying contraceptive and putting them under the sink. Like, hey, when that time comes, know that these things are available. Now, no, I don't want you to do it, but if you do, I want you to come talk to me about it, and the things are available. You know what I mean? Like, just normalize it. When you get to a certain age, like, you're going to start having these feelings, right? You're going to grow hair in certain places, right? Masturbation is something that you need to do in private, not when nobody's around, right? Make sure you get a towel, clean up after yourself. Don't leave stuff around, right? No, I don't want you to watch porn because it messes with your brain and it can create an addictive tendency. But you do need to release at some point. And so maybe in the shower, you know what I mean? Giving options and just talking about it as if it's normal, because it is, right? You do.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah.
And so giving the options and not making them feel ostracized about it. You know what I mean? Don't say freak or creep or weird, right? Like, don't use those negative words, because it is just a normal thing. And if they feel more comfortable, they're less likely to sneak and do all these things, right? You don't need to sneak and go to all these sites and stuff when this is normal. But what happens is when you don't talk about it and act like it's a big thing, it creates this anticipation and this like, well, what is it? Like, let me figure this out. If it's such a big thing that because my mom used to be like, turn your head. Like, if we was watching something and they start kissing, like, turn your head.
Facts.
So for me, I'm going like this, because I'm like, well, what you don't want me to watch? You know what I mean? And so again, a lot of my stuff came from just curiosity, because nobody talked to me about it. So I found my own way. I found my own knowledge. I did things my own way. And I ended up having sex at a very early age, where if somebody would just talk to me about it and said these things, not, I don't want to meet a nigga till he's trying to marry you. No, tell me that a nigga gonna say whatever he need to say to fuck. Tell me that. So that when a nigga say something I like to hear, I can say, oh, my daddy told me niggas was gonna say that. Right. My daddy already told me that y'all run game to get what y'all want. You know what I mean? Like, I would have been up on game. I got gamed because nobody gave me the game. Right. So we need to be talking to our kids, especially the dads. Y'all need to talk to y'all daughters. Do not say it's a scary ooey gooey thing. Talk to her about her menstrual, how to take care of herself, right? Like how to know what guys are gonna say. Y'all are guys. So the one person she need to talk to is the nigga who got the game. You know what I mean? Because I could talk to my daughter, but I'm not a man. I could tell her my experiences, but her daddy needs to be the one, like, this is what a nigga's gonna say, baby, because I said it. This is what a nigga's gonna do, baby, because I did it, right? So I think we just need to have candid conversations. Now, I'm not saying be your child's friend, but you need to let them know that I'm the one that got your back, right? Like, I'm going to be here. You are going to get your heart broke. You are going to get your feelings hurt. That's part of life. There's nobody that passes that point in their life where they've never been hurt. It's going to happen. But again, I need to let you have these experiences, because that's how you learn. That's how you grow. The only way you know is to date. So when we tell our kids don't date, how else are they going to learn communication, attachment styles? How else are they going to learn how to navigate conflict, right? Like, some of this stuff is just normal life stuff, but we all, ooh, I don't want my baby. Yeah, that's your baby. It is, and it will always be. But they need to experience these things. And us saying don't do it, or I don't wanna, or nah, fuck you, son, da 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 da.
That's real.
You need to be saying, come on, let's go shoot some hoops. Let's go to Dave and Buster's one day. I'm trying to feel you out, right? Because if the nigga's scared, then you know he ain't shit. He don't need to be around your child, right?
Well,
that's how you feel people out, is by you being in the mix, not out the mix.
So Brandi, how do you prepare your daughter for like heartbrokenness and like heartache? Like when you tell her like, hey, don't get too attached to this person because you never know what might happen. Like you
But
just
why would you say that? Don't say that.
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure that out. Like I'm not gonna tell her that, but like, would you? How would you? Because like you want her to go through these trials and errors. You want her to go through on her own experience, but you don't want her to be hurt. So you want to. I kind of want to prep my daughter. Like, hey, it seems all good now, but don't get too comfortable because this could happen. Now, if it doesn't happen, great, but just be prepared for this. So how would I approach my daughter with stuff like that?
I wouldn't say any of that. I wouldn't preface with anything. I would tell her to communicate and watch people and notice patterns, but have fun. Right? Have fun. This is all it is. Dating is an experience. Dating is an experiment, right? You're not looking for the love of your life at 15. You're having fun. You're exploring feelings and friends and people and conflict. There's nothing to say. Just to let them go through it. Right? Tell her to be smart. Tell her that you're here if she has any questions. Tell her to trust her gut, and if something don't feel right, to ask, to trust that. Right? Tell her to not be the little quiet, naive one, right? If something don't seem right, call that shit out. And again, if you have questions, come to your dad and ask me, and maybe I can answer. If you're not understanding why a nigga move this way, come ask me, and maybe I can answer that.
What if it's not a nigga? What if it's a wigger?
Whoever it is. Whoever it is.
Same shit.
Let's just say that I'm here. Kids just need to know that when something goes on, that they have somebody to go to. Right. Everything else is nothing for you to do. It's not for you to control. It's not for you to say this or that. It's for you to say, look, I know you're dating, right? I know you're at a point in your life where you're learning relationships and how to date and all this stuff. If you need me, just know I'm here. Right? I've been through everything you're going through. I've been that age before. So if you got a question about something and something don't feel right, hey, come to me. Ask me. It's nothing that you can't talk to me about. It's nothing that you can't ask me. That may be uncomfortable for me because you're my little girl, but know that daddy's here. Just say that. They just need to feel comfortable coming to you. Once you shut down that, then they getting it from the streets. They getting it from then they start attaching to the nigga and seeing him as the father, seeing him as the know-it-all, seeing him as the protector. You know what I mean? And so that's how kids end up in these relationships where they can't let the person go because that's the only person they have. Right now, the person that's hurting them is also the only person they feel they can go to. So then they feel stuck in a relationship. That's what you don't want. You want to say, you always got daddy. I don't care what nigga in or out. You got me. Right. And so that she's not feeling so attached to every nigga that come her way because her first attachment is secure. And that's the one with her father. So I think that's most important. The girls that are goofies, they probably didn't have an attachment to their father. And that's what made them goofies. And again, I'm not saying in no judgmental way. I was a goofy because my dad wasn't, there either. So I'm saying this from a place of being there, not judgment. But that's what creates the goofy.
I was just thinking about that because it's like my sister and a similar situation, but her dad was always around. She just stuck on one person. It's like maybe she look at that person as her, like you said, kind of like as her daddy because she can't let that person go.
Yeah,
and it's like that person did so wrong to her, but she still can't let him go. So it's like, damn, it's like,
yeah,
what the fuck? But I know clearly her dad is not speaking to her and she's not going to him to ask for advice too. So
yeah. So he might have been there. Again, I have friends that daddy is very present and fair, but being present and being emotionally available is two different things. So you could have had your daddy in your house day in and day out. Don't mean he there. Yeah. It means his body's there. Don't mean he's available to talk and for you to express your feelings. Don't mean that when I'm hurt, I want to go to my daddy and cry in his lap because some dads don't be on that shit, right?
Another thing I want to talk about. I'm gonna cut you off. A segue. People think from people who grew up in a 2-parent household or so much. They're supposed to have this type of stigma to they're supposed to have a perfect relationship, and I think that's not right because it creates this stigma of oh, you grew up in a 2-parent household, you ain't supposed to act like that. I don't believe it. I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't believe that you grew in a 2-parent household that you're supposed to be a certain way just because you grew up in a 2-parent household. just because we grew up in a two-parent household, that don't define us as a person.
Facts.
Just because our parents grew up together and we grew up with two parents, that don't define us. You can't look at how I was brought up and think I'm gonna be like that with you. Or you grew up with your mom and dad. That don't mean I'm gonna be like that. And not
I
just
mean,
that.
you got more support, but that's about you
Yeah,
feel
but
me?
like not just
But
that.
not necessarily, because a lot of parents back in the day stayed together, but it was a very toxic
Right.
situation.
Yeah.
Probably
We
should have
like
broken
we
up.
don't know that because we stayed in a child's place. We didn't get involved in adults whatever they
In
had going
business,
For
on.
yeah.
sure.
So when you get somebody be like, oh, I thought better from you because you grew up in a two-parent household. I'll be like, no,
Them
like you
be the
can't.
worst, honestly. People that grew up in
Yeah,
two-parent households, they be worse
yeah, because you don't
because
know.
they seen more. They seen
Yeah,
more. If you grew up
definitely,
with a single
definitely.
parent, most of the time you didn't see arguments and stuff. Now,
But
again,
I just hate that stigma of they think that just because you grew up in a two-parent household. I remember I was dating this girl, and she like her dad was like, oh, he grew up with his mother and father. He got the good upbringing. Like that don't define me. That don't mean I'm gonna treat your daughter perfect. Like that don't mean nothing. Like your daughter could be a psychotic, crazy motherfucker. Like I'm gonna treat her the way she treats me. So like if you treat me good, I'm gonna treat her good. If you treat me like an asshole, I'm gonna treat her like an asshole. So like when people say that, I just hate that. They be like, oh, you grew up in a two-parent household. Like that don't mean shit. Like you don't know. Like I stayed out of my parents' business because they didn't allow me in their business. So when you look at me and be like, oh, you grew up in a temper, you supposed to be different. No. It's just like I'm treating you how you treat me. If you a fucked up person and like I do all I can for you, I'm gonna act accordingly. That's how I feel. So
Right.
maybe y'all might have different opinions, but I don't know.
That's right.
No, but that just like
That's right.
you like they judge people, like they judge like boys, daughters that was raised in a single parent, like, oh, they ain't gonna be shit, this and that.
Right.
Like, you don't know that. Like, you don't know these
honestly, the
people.
kids that grew up with single parents end up making something of themselves because they had a lot of trials and tribulations, and so there's a lot of resiliency there. So if you notice, a lot of people be like, my dad wasn't around. Like, you know what I mean? The people that make it, they usually have the worst backgrounds. And so a
True.
lot of times that them trials and those tribulations give you the oomph to want to make something of yourself. A lot of people that I know that had two parents, they really don't have motivation and drive because they were coddled and enabled and they had everything given to them. So a lot of them are entitled, brats, narcissists. They treat people terrible because nobody ever held them accountable. Like there's
Right.
a lot of things that can come from two-parent households. Also, if you had a two-parent, so many therapy clients that be like, I wish my mama would have just left him. But she stayed. And so now I'm thinking that this is
Damn, hustler.
Yeah, stuff freezing.
Damn.
But this is a good segue though. The Shamar Moore thing Derek was talking about.
Oh shit.
Didn't want to marry the girl.
Yeah.
Because he
Hey, you got to pull
You
it
don't want
up
to.
because I'm
Yeah,
lost.
got
I
two
don't know
children
what's
with her.
going on.
Brandi just froze. Brandi looked like
Brandon froze, man.
Brandi got a stare shot. Take a picture of it, y'all.
hold on. Oh damn,
She
it
not
went
froze,
on.
though. She
Look,
not
she's
froze,
out.
though. She's straight now. Brandi, you back?
yeah, froze.
Okay. Yeah, froze. So like this is a good segue. So Shamar Moore said he don't want to marry his wife because he didn't grow up in a
His girlfriend.
yeah, he don't want to marry his
And the
girlfriend.
mother of a child, his mother's a mother of his child.
Right.
He don't want to marry her because what?
Hold
Because
on.
he been through it, married already, and he ain't trying to do it again. He ain't like,
No.
No,
That's
no.
wrong.
I thought that's what he said.
No,
No,
he said
give
he
me a
didn't grow
second.
up he didn't grow he didn't have a father figure to show him how to be married, so he not gonna marry the woman.
Can you
That's
text
not what
it to
Derek
me?
said.
Because my
That's what they said. Hold on, y'all. I gotta pee.
This nigga. I got the actual thing. Since EP and I'm gonna put it on the screen. Just give me a second.
okay. Shamar Moore, the actor.
Yeah.
While we wait,
While we wait.
are you doing Black Friday shopping?
No.
Yeah, everybody done enough. Everybody got 30 TVs already.
For real, like they only just dropping
They
the
all
price
got air
$10.
They all got air fryers. You feel me? Waffle makers. All that's bought up already. Ain't no more. Ain't nothing you can get like Friday no more.
Ain't nothing else, man. And then, matter of fact, you ain't even got to leave your house. Just do it on the computer.
Yeah, order it. You can go, order it online. Nah, sugar.
Oh,
And pick it up the
Black
next
Friday
day.
every day, really.
it's over
Black
with.
Friday's every day.
Black Friday over with. They got to come up with something else.
You better come with crypto week or something.
Yeah, for real.
Get
All
your
right,
crypto cheap.
Facts.
All right. There it is. Shamar Moore reveals he has no plans of marrying his current girlfriend and mother of his kid. I didn't have a good role model of marriage in my life. Thoughts?
I think personally, it's for me. Like, so you just looking at the role model, so you gonna let that your upbringing determine that you can't change that stigma of loving somebody and being there for somebody and marrying somebody just because you didn't have that upbringing. Now, mind you, I didn't know how to play basketball when I grew up, and I suck at it to this day. And I didn't know how to play football, but I got pretty decent at it. I didn't know how to do graphics or draw in Photoshop, but I learned that. So just because I didn't see that growing up, I've learned these things. So that go the same way with marriage. So if you determine yourself and you like, hey, I want to be better and I want to learn how to love my woman and this child, so I want to marry them, I think you should do this. Put it just as much in work as I put in with Photoshop and every other thing that you try to learn, basketball, football, anything. Because nobody brought up growing saying that you need to learn these things. So I believe that if he really wanted to marry somebody, I think that's just an excuse. Me personally, I think it's an excuse you just don't want to marry. That's just.
But can you not love somebody and learn how to do those things without marriage? Right? Marriage ain't about loving. You can love somebody you ain't married to. So is it really a necessity if it ain't broke?
I don't believe it's a necessity, but I believe that, certain people want a certain bond. I know it's like a stigma to like, oh, you need to get married, you got that woman pregnant. I know it's a stigma, but like if you just really love somebody and it's just not about money and just not about a connection, just do it. That's just my opinion.
I think
maybe she's fine with not being married.
Well, she's fine with it. That's fine.
Yeah, she could.
Yeah. Everybody don't want to put the government in their business. You know what I mean? Like the bond and the chemistry would be more important to me than a piece of paper, right?
You're right.
Be married without. We could be in love without going and putting the government in our business. So, like, I get it. I
agree.
And that child, I don't know how old his child is, but that could hit too, because the child could get to a certain age and be like, man, why mama don't have our last name? And that you
can get your last name changed too without marriage though too. So I mean,
hey, I ain't got my wife's last name married. I've been married 15 years.
Yeah, not every woman changed. That shit is a process too. It's a process for real. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like marriage started because women used to not be able to own property and have access to wealth. And so marriage really was about women having access to resources. And I feel like nowadays women have their own stuff. And so it's not as important now to actually get married. Now have a ceremony, right? We can have a ceremony. We can have a nice dinner. But do we have to go get the license and put the government in our business? Like, not necessarily. So I think there's other ways to establish this bond and establish this relationship in the way that we want to make it without having to say, well, we have to be married. I think that the idea is great, but I think a lot of the have babies under marriage stuff, that's a lot tied to religion. And a lot of people are also walking away from that. So I think marriage is such a religious thing that I think now people that are walking away from religion are also like, it's not a necessity. Like, is it good? Is it cute? Yeah. But if you think about it, it's a moneymaker, right? The wedding, the gown, the trip, like a lot of that stuff is moneymakers. If I love you and you love me and we solid and we agreed to be exclusive and have this baby and family, we don't have to get married. Yes, is it ideal? Yeah, in whose world? In some people's world, it is ideal and it is a thing, but it's not for everybody. And if him and the woman are fine with what they have, then I say, then have whatever. You can get your last name changed if that means something to you. You know what I mean? But I think right now, in the way that the world is, we're not seeing the value of it anymore. You know what I mean? It's great if both people got money, because putting your money together is always great. But I just feel like it's not such a necessity anymore, because the woman can own property, the woman can have her own stuff, and so a lot of times women aren't seeing the value because we don't need him to have access to wealth anymore, where that's where marriage really came from. And a lot of people that I know that are the happiest, they never got married, been together 25, 30 years. Like I have friends whose parents have been together forever, but they're not legally married. I thought that because I'm like, them your parents, they've been together all these years.
Mm-hmm.
But I've asked, when I was going through my divorce, I asked a lot of my friends who had parents that were still married. I went to them and was like, hey, can I talk to your mom? Like, I'm struggling. I need to talk to older women. And a lot of the moms that I called were like, girl, we ain't married. We've been together for all these years, but we never went and got married. Like we went on a trip or we, got dressed and had friends and went in the backyard, but we never really got married. And so I'd be like, well, damn. Because I think sometimes too, when you get married, automatically you have these expectations and you expect these things. And it's like, who you date is who you marry. But it's something about marriage that people expect different things and we want all these things to change that we don't talk about. It's just these unwritten expectations. Oh, you're my wife, so now this. Oh, you're my wife, so now that. Where we were dating and we just went to solidify this, but there's all this unspoken stuff. And I think that's why 53% of marriages end in divorce because we're thinking that marriage is this thing that's supposed to just fix everything, right? Some people get married to think it's going to fix relationships, same way they think babies do. When really marriages and babies kind of, create that 50.
Fuck it up.
Yeah, so I just think it's preference, right? If that's your thing and that's what you want, and the values that you stand on, you want to be married, I'm not having this baby, I'm not doing this without a ring, then baby, get your ring. But I also feel like if you don't feel like you have to have that to have a solid bond, don't do it. Because a lot of people do it that don't even have a solid bond. They married, but they not in a marriage, right? Like y'all went downtown and signed the license and stuff, but y'all not husband and wife. Y'all, that's not the roles that y'all are fulfilling. So I would rather have a husband who acts like a husband than us going to get the paper and him not standing in his role. So I think it's preference. I'm not shaming Shamar Moore for that. If the woman wants it and he's saying no, then I have a problem with that. But if they both solid, they bond is what it is, and they feel like they don't need that to solidify anything, hey, happy for them.
I just thought that was, like an excuse, but hey, I understand it though. Like,
and back to what you said about like learning football and basketball, those are great things to learn because those don't involve other people. When you're trying to learn somebody, that's totally different than learning a sport or a craft. You dealing with a whole nother person that talks back. The basketball ain't gonna say nothing back. The football ain't gonna say nothing back. So
your coach will tell you how to get better.
Yeah, but you ain't sleeping with them, eating with them, waking up to them every day, making
But you're dealing with them on a certain level of understanding and trying to get better. Because sometimes people are caught in the ego. Like you can go from another college and be like, okay, I was good here. You go to another college and the college think you suck. So you be like, nigga, my last coach was good. It's like in a relationship, my last bitch said I was good. So it's like, it kind of fucks with your ego and your ability to grow. So when I say that, I don't say it just like as in like, I learn these things, but like as an understanding of leveling up or just trying to understand what the next person has to offer. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely take practice and communication. But I think the thing is, we don't talk about a lot of stuff, right? We say that we in relationships and we can't even have deep conversations, right? A lot of these situations are very superficial and surface level because we're scared to hurt their feelings or scared about how we look or how we're viewed. So again, a lot of people are married, but they're not in a marriage. So
what you call it in? So you saying you would never get married again?
I'm not saying I would never get married again, but would it be traditional? No, it wouldn't be.
You wouldn't sign on papers. You wouldn't sign on papers, basically.
Yeah, I feel like we don't need to go get the government in our business. But, I'm all for having a ceremony, doing things our way, but it wouldn't be a church that I got married. I didn't get married at the church the first time, but it wouldn't be a church.
For sure, me either. For sure. But I mean, when is the government not in your business?
You ain't never learned.
I mean, they ain't gonna be in my business when it comes to my partner for sure.
But like you wanna follow the household, fit a household to get income tax.
If taxes is involved, shit.
But when you marry, you get less. shit, when you put y'all incomes together, y'all make more money, you get less. So honestly, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't always work to get married. I got bigger tax returns when I filed head of household.
I got bigger tax returns when I filed head of household.
Like in taxes in general, I'm just saying, like with everything, it's got its pros and it's got its cons.
Yeah, it got its pros.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything got its pros and its cons, for real, for real.
Everything does. What I'm saying. Like working for myself is great when it does, but when I want PTO and sick time, it doesn't work. You know what I mean? So it's pros and cons to everything.
Guess what? The government is in your business.
Facts.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I'm saying. It's pros and cons, but I just don't think that I have to have that to have a solid union, because I was married and my union wasn't solid. So I would much rather take the solid union over the glitz and glamours of what it looks like. You know what I mean? My shit looks pretty.
But if you compare marriages to like breakups, marriage shit just on paper, motherfuckers breaking up at an alarming rate. You feel me? Same thing. It's just you don't got to do.
Right, but it's so much easier to break up than it is to go file through a divorce.
Yeah, for sure.
You can walk away.
Nah, for sure.
You gotta go to court and all that stuff. Like, that's the stuff I'm trying to alleviate. Like, why is it so easy to go down there to the courthouse and you don't need to take a test? You don't have to have any type of prerequisites. Anybody can go down there and get married. But guess what? When it's time to get a divorce, you got to take a parenting class. You got to pay a fee. Like, it's all a money scheme to me.
It's a system, no, but that's anything you do, right? Like, you got a business. You can't just walk away from your business. You can't just shut your business down. You got to pay fees. You see what I'm saying? Like,
do you?
Hell yeah. You can't just shut your business down and walk away from that motherfucker. Like, no, you got to.
Yeah, you can file for bankruptcy.
Yeah, you got to do all that. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. You can't get away from the system. That's what I'm trying to say. The system.
You can if you don't get married, though. You can get, if I want to break up with somebody and we're not married, there's nothing that we need to do but separate.
Oh yeah. But like, you know,
in that aspect, for sure.
Yeah, in that aspect, but like, you know, if you're trying to like, if you actually be with somebody on paper, you know, it's a business. Like everything a business. So like,
you gotta go through all this shit.
I don't need that. That's not what
I need. Especially if you got kids together. Instead the government right there, once you sign a birth certificate, boom, Social Security number in the government system, regardless.
Yeah.
But I try to interact with the government as least as possible. So I will not be going downtown and doing all that with my man. We don't need that. I feel like we can handle our stuff amongst us, and we don't need to go through all this stuff. Now, we may have a ceremony, right? But you ain't about to be seeing. You ain't gonna be able to look us up and see our marriage license. Like, I don't.
Brandi, like 30. How old are you, Brandi? 35.
I'm 35. Yes.
35 years ago, my daddy went like in a different state, you know, mess with your mama because you kind of look like me and my brother. And she got that living jeans in her. Like, you can pass for Jajeaux. You can pass for Jajeaux and Blade. So like, you look like us. So, you know, if you did it, we might all be related. You got the eyes, you got the head, you know what I'm saying? You look like us. So I just want to know, like, when's your mama out there? You know, they got to do their Harry O, man. He was a player back in the day. I can say my daddy wasn't no bad guy, but my daddy was a player. He was Harry. He was cool. He had the little top hat, had the bell bottom. He probably pull up on your mom and was like, hey there, baby girl. I'm Harry O. What's happening? I'm Harry O. What's happening? He had his brother, Uncle Gab, with him. He was like, that's my older brother, Gab. He like, young ladies. He be like, young lady. So they pull up on your mom. You know, one day they went to the Freakum Hotel. You know, he said, hey, young ladies, what's happening? He got down and dirty with it. You know, 35 years later, boom, we talking to the podcast. He'd be like, hey, Brandi, you sure you know you're not related to
That's me and my mama. My mama is a prude. My mama was not. That's why she had one kid. After my daddy, she ain't had no more. My mama is not. My mom is the very total opposite of me, believe it or not. Like how wild and free I am. My mom is very reserved. She do stuff the right way. She thinks that this, and my mama probably thinks, how the fuck did I give birth to her? Because I am nothing like my mom. My mom wasn't fucking around. She ain't gonna have sex with no man she ain't in a relationship with. She didn't go out. But she was boring.
You don't see the like similarities in like us four. Yeah. You don't look at us. Look
not
at
us four, nigga. Us. Well, I
mean, light skin, but
no, but like look at our eye shapes. Look at our like our head, like our like look at us. Look like literally look at us. And
I mean, we're black. We all tied.
No, but like let's say me, you, Jajeaux, and Blaine would go somewhere. They'd be like, "Oh, your brothers and sisters." Like we could actually pass for brothers and sisters. Like literally. We could like literally pass for brothers. Like we look alike. Like it's bad. Like I just noticed that.
He said it's bad.
It's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. Like you can literally pass for like let's say you and Blaine got together, right? Y'all would have a child. Like it would literally come out
Man,
are not related.
this dude need to stop it.
I can't have
Stop
more
it,
children.
bro. Stop it, bro.
I don't have retarded children.
Stop it.
I'm just saying, man. Like you know, like Brandi, like literally, like you look like us. Like you, we part of.
I do not look that much like y'all.
You favor. Well, you don't look like you favor.
I'm light skinned. That's about it.
You favor us. Like you favor us. Like you favor us. Like Joe twin sister Jolene, beautiful young lady. Like if we all favor. You can tell we cousins, but like you would blend into that family living dynamics, basically what I'm saying. Because you got the eyes, you know. Yeah, you favor us. I don't know why I even brought that up, but yeah.
What that Earl you on? What you on, man? What you
Man, I'm on that Max 16.
Max
Nigga
16.
done drank the whole damn bottle, nigga.
Hey, bro, I sort of gotta go to Food Depot. They got a new bottle of 16, 20% wine every day, bro. So I'm like,
What you
I'm
pop that
testing it
open
out.
today?
Huh?
What you pop that open today?
I took a sip of it like 2 days ago, but I drank the whole bottle during our I did my little
meet and greet.
Yeah, we did our meet and greet earlier before the podcast. Like we ended like cause I got 40 people in this movie, bro. And like that's like a brain. Like I ain't never dealt with that much people in my life, bro. It's like talking to 40 people about where they go play, how they go play it, when they go play it. It's like it's crazy. Like I ain't never dealt with that much people before, so it's like I'm excited about it. Like I'm really excited about it. I want to see how I can challenge myself. But it's just like I ain't never seen that many people I gotta direct before, so it's like it's cool, man.
Going off for your accord.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
No, for sure.
So
work.
Yeah, man, it's cool. So what else I want to talk about? Lifestyle. Basically everybody got a certain lifestyle to live. So what do y'all see yourself in the next 5 years? Like basically lifestyle living. Like Brandi, you with the therapy, Jajeaux, you with podcasting and all that, like social media. What do y'all see yourself in the next 5 years to benefit from what y'all doing now?
Who going first?
Oh, it don't matter.
Shit syndicated, bro. Hopefully we can get this shit syndicated.
I feel you.
Knock out some advertisements, you feel me?
Yes,
and shit, keep on pushing, you know? I don't really be with the extra shit. Like I'm too grown to be like be with the I wanna be like with Charlamagne the guy.
Yeah, okay. I definitely feel you. Like I
nah,
feel
man,
like
I try to yeah,
I feel like
this shit is a marathon, man. So you know you count your small wins, whether you want to call them blessings or wins, man, and you keep this shit going. You feel me? Like as long as you got the win to keep this shit going, just keep this shit going. But not to get, far off track on your question or what you was asking. Like, yeah, bro, just to have this shit syndicated, let us knock off some big advertisers and whatever branches and seeds that we grow, you know what I'm saying, from the FOH and the DBA and the movies and the podcasts and the gaming and the streaming, shit, wherever that shit take us, let it take us. But, my personal goal without giving too much game is for my kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to set this shit up to where it's set up so I can play behind the scenes production and let my kids take off and, you feel me, do whatever they want to do with this shit. You feel me? So that's my goal in the next 5 years.
Hey, that's real. That's real, right
there. In the next 5 years, I'll be 40.
Sweet 40. Sweet 40. 40
is
when I'm in my prime. You feel me? I can't wait. Sweet 40s.
Hey, no, another picture of I swear to God, I was watching the London football games. I don't know when it was, like 4 weeks ago. And I saw this old white man
Oh, hold on, not to cut you off. I gotta say this because it's a timestamp too. That's another reason why I started this podcast shit, so it could be timestamps for my kids and shit and my great
Go back
grandkids.
to when you get
So they can go back to see what's going
man.
on. Yeah, I'm getting this shit off me too. This weight, I'm getting this shit off of me. Yeah, speaker, Kevin Gates.
Shit, so I said the same thing. I said if something ever happens to me, you got how much episodes we got there?
Shit, over 200.
We got 200 episodes. You can go back each day and see me talk. You can see me talk. Like, if you want to spend time with me, you can go back to that and see me talk.
No, for sure.
I ain't with nowhere. Like, you can see.
Y'all want y'all kids to see the stuff y'all be talking about?
Hell
no,
yeah.
I want to see me,
of
like,
course,
mad, happy.
Y'all talking about that at the beginning of the podcast, telling your kids everything.
Yes,
exactly. Like real shit. I want to see me like in a certain, like, they want to see the aspects of me, like a good dad, a fucked up grown up. I cried on the podcast.
What's going on? How I'm thinking compared to your thoughts. Oh, damn, I used to think like my daddy.
Like they feel some sort of like I'm here. Like you just gotta go on a podcast.
Yo, I don't have my daddy, so I don't know. I don't have no timestamps, no nothing. I don't know shit. I just know my daddy was a deacon.
Now you a dad, you a father now, so your kids can always go back. In fact, Derek, your shit is even cooler because you got all your kids with you, so you can see DJ. Cali,
yeah, like I always had my kid. Every kid, I always had my podcast.
You got them with you. So like they gonna see that, they gonna be like, damn, look, my daddy holding me. Like my daddy holding me. That's cool. Thanks. That's cool. They can see Blaine coming when he going through shit. Like, yeah, man, he cried on the podcast too. That man was crying. That man was crying on the podcast. Like he literally was crying. So, like I was crying too. Like we got like vulnerable moments on this podcast when we actually literally.
I didn't cry on this podcast.
Not on this one, on yours, yeah.
But you like literally was in a vulnerable moment. So like that's cool people to see. Like even they're like. People like them, I don't fuck with that nigga. Like he pissed me off. They can go back and see it and be like, "Oh man, this is the side of my pops. He was vulnerable. He had like a weak moment. Like I didn't get to see that part of him. Not saying we're gonna die anytime soon. I'm just saying in general, like with like let's say 60 years from now, when we are here, if we live that long, like they could always go back and see if YouTube's still available. They can always go back and see like, okay, this my daddy talked about this, you know that. Like my mama, like Brandi talked about this, you know, that's cool, man. That's why, like, even though we don't probably get the views we want, this not just for everybody, it's for our kids. They can always go back and see that, because you know, when people gone, they're gone. So like, you know, they can go back and like actually see, like, okay, I didn't talk to my dad around this time. Let me see how he's feeling on this day. Let me see what this podcast about. Oh, he's saying fuck bitches get money. Let me see what this episode about. Fuck bitches getting money. All right, Dad's talking about fuck bitches getting money. Damn, Daddy. Or he can go about I love my kids. He be like, oh, my dad was talking about me today. Or he can be like, fuck my mom on this episode. He be like, oh, here's this episode about fuck.
Hold on, man. I think they got a lot of episodes about this. Yo, I'm sorry. Yo.
All right, your turn, Brandi.
Yeah, my bad.
No, like real shit though. So like that's why like every time people be like, oh, if somebody do discredit FOH, I be like, fuck y'all, cause y'all don't know who we doing it for. Like y'all don't know. Like y'all don't know. Like you think we doing we doing this shit. It's not for nothing. We doing it for a reason. Like y'all might not believe in us, but we believe in us, and that's all that matters.
Cause everybody look at just, oh, you ain't making no money, so you ain't shit. But
like fuck that. Like fuck that. Like fuck that. Y'all looking at it. Like y'all letting money determine our success. We're not letting money determine our success. We letting success determine our success. If we feel good about what we're doing, that's successful to us. Y'all basing y'all success off a dollar. We not doing it. So fuck y'all. That's why we Fuck Outta Here podcast. Y'all think it's about a money. I can get a pimp to give y'all $100 to suck his dick, and y'all be good with it. Nah, we can't be bought with no fucking $100, nigga. We do this shit.
All right, let Brandon say what our 5 years gonna be.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad, Brandon.
God damn.
See, no hard, Derek. That's why you fucked up. You should have cared. Because I got pussy nigga this fucking thing. It's a twisted. See,
no,
I was feeling myself,
no,
but he would cut me off.
I know you, but you had you was drinking, so I know you like,
But I was going through a deep moment, man. I was saying that, it's not about money. Like, we really do this shit.
Nah,
Y'all
man,
need to believe in what the fuck we do, bro, because we not doing this for nothing. This is a legacy for our kids. It's a legacy. Like, y'all may not look at it now, but in the 5 years from now, it's going to mean something. Whether it's film, podcasting, music, whatever it is. Like, this means something to y'all fucking around, blocking out fucking blessings. Now let my nigga go to the fucking...
Change the channel! Go, Brandi! God damn! Go, Brandi, please. Hey, Brandi, nobody can interrupt you no more. God.
Sorry.
Please change the channel. God.
It's enough for two.
I done had 3 dreams.
Shit.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna beat the shit out of Blair if he keep coming.
Oh man.
Go ahead, Brandon. Shit.
5 years. How old will my kids be? Okay, my youngest would be.
Oh, man.
Okay, yeah. So I'll be on my way to move out the country.
Oh shit.
Because yeah, that's bigger picture. I want to get out of the US. I want to get away from consumerism, from capitalism, from always having to be hustled. Like I'm trying to get away from all that stuff. So I plan to live on an island and I want to host retreats for people. Like people come to a space and I'm hosting spiritual retreats. I'm helping people with their healing work. I'm gonna still be doing therapy. But I want to do big picture things. Like instead of doing one-on-one therapy, I want to have like groups. So yeah, that's where I'll be. I'll be on an island somewhere, still doing the work that I do, but you know, on my own terms.
I like that. I like that. That's
yeah, hopefully, you know, doing interviews and helping people. And again, it could be podcasting, being on people's shows and things like that. But that's where I hope to be. My business will be fully funded by the work I do. People are going to pay me to travel to them to do retreats and do healing work. I already got 2 things planned for 2025 where people are paying me to come out and host healing retreats.
Congrats.
So it's already, you know, it's already in the works. I feel like in 5 years, I'm gonna be, you know,
yeah.
like, oh yeah, we need you to fly here for a week. We need you to fly there for a week. So yeah,
I like that, man.
Yeah, it's just like gonna go up from here. The work that I'm doing will just be on a bigger scale. So
I like that. I like that. Many blessings and positive energy towards that. I like that.
Yeah, yes, for sure, for sure.
Anybody else got something to say for 5 years from now? I know 5 years from now, I know motherfuckers been that tell my homeboy they can't go to fucking man. I'm gonna kill him. With my fucking chest. Cause we're a team. We're a fucking team, goddammit. I'm telling you. Watch your fucking kid.
And this is what his kids are gonna go back and watch.
Yes. I'm killing me if I cry.
They gonna say Pop was lit. They gonna be like, Pop was lit. Show that bottle again. What you was on?
That Max 16. I went to 16 to the Max.
Sponsor my dog, man. Max 16, we need that sponsor, Max 16.
Ain't that wine?
Listen. Oh boy, to come film movies. He even gotta do a lot. He said to be there. Because if he not there, boy, he'll blade over the head with this.
Hey, let Max 16.
It's gonna be like this. Shut the fuck up. Dad's gonna be like, whoa, calm down. Now we ain't got nobody to say, whoa, calm down. So it's gonna escalate because Mary gonna be like, y'all calm down and shut up.
They gotta sponsor my dog. He lit. That Max 16 got him turned up.
Oh.
But then hold
on, Blake. So 5 years from now, after I get out of jail for beating the shit out of Blake, I see myself getting out of jail, being a pastor.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. Look me. After 5 years together in the hospital, I'm gonna go to Louisiana. I'm gonna flip the Derrick house wherever he is. I'm gonna knock on the door. I'll send you the fucking thing.
Ain't that crazy that in 5 years we'll be like voting for a new president again?
So what you mean voting? You voting?
No, but I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking about 5 years, but it's like, damn, in 4 more years, it'll be time to.
Shit, y'all better hope that don't happen like that.
Yeah, like real shit.
That nigga trying to make
I'm putting it out there.
Look, I'm glad she said that though. I'm glad she said that. Speaking of that, I want to make this perfectly clear. Check this out. We all in our 30s. Let's just say that. All right.
Yes.
So we have all had our share of multiple presidents, right?
Right.
Yes.
Ain't shit changed. You motherfuckers getting mad. You motherfuckers losing friends. You motherfuckers deleting motherfuckers off of your social media behind some political shit that ain't never changed y'all lives. Now one motherfucker. You know what changed y'all lives? Not getting y'all motherfucking money. You heard me? Losing jobs, all this other shit that fuck not taking care of your responsibilities. That's what I'm trying to say. Fuck this political shit. That shit don't mean nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So y'all wake up before the president. Y'all wake up after there's a new president. Ain't shit gonna change. You feel me? Ain't shit gonna change. So all that, I said that to say this because my daughter, she was like, oh, my friend, she deleted me. We not friends no more because the president, I like this president and she don't like this president. I'm like, first of all, y'all too young to be picking sides of a goddamn president, first of all, because that ain't even got nothing to do with y'all. That's y'all being nosy in some grown folk shit and grown folks being childish in front of y'all. And now y'all, you feel me, reciprocating the same shit. We ain't
how old are they? How old are they?
They 18. 18.
So it do affect them for the next 4 years.
It don't affect them because they just started working. Taxes don't even mean shit to them.
Hold on.
Right, but if they need to get an abortion, they gonna be affected.
Hold on, cuz. I know you had an 18-year-old daughter.
Goddamn. I was about to say the same thing too, Blake. About it. Whoa. You had an
18-year-old daughter?
What?
Yeah, besides that though, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. But yeah, besides that though, Brandi, besides abortion, what else gonna affect them?
The women?
Yeah. Besides abortion, what else gonna affect? That's what I'm saying. That's my point. They can't name 4 to 5 things that's gonna really make a difference to them while they sitting here trying to, you feel me, get in full-blown conversations about some shit they not even educated about.
Are they going to college?
Yes, but still, they not into that shit. You not into that shit.
The Department of Education is gonna be affected. So if they trying to go to college, that may be a thing.
But I bet you they still get their classes done. I bet you they still get whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But that college presidents that makes them getting in political conversations and who you voted for, and like that determines like what's Republican, Democrats, and they get involved in that. Especially the college, they always be involved in that. So let's go put some type of animosity and debate towards each other. So maybe that's why.
That serious is what I'm saying. Like y'all got other shit to worry about. Conquer the world. You feel me? Like
I feel you, but they looking at now. They they 18. They thinking about okay, this that. That's probably why. But they gonna get over there in like 2 weeks. You know how that
why they ain't vote local? If you that much into it, why you don't vote local?
They only doing was hot because they young.
Like because that was the hottest shit. That's like
was hot.
That's what I'm telling you. Okay, now y'all starting to get grasp what I'm saying. Now that's
and you gotta think about it. It's Trump too, and what everything that Trump said, and the cases and all of that. So it's like he on everything. Everybody talking about him. So it's like that. So
whatever hot.
I'm gonna just tell you this: he in the office. You can't do shit about it. Get your money. That man, you don't like him. He putting it in certain situations to get money. Get the fucking money. That's all you can do. Use it. Use him. Just use him and just get your money. Like niggas all
with the bad.
He ain't getting no money from him. He not giving.
No, not from him. He's putting people in the positions to make the money. Like everybody. Like if you. Bitcoin and stocks, all of that shit going up. Put your money, invest your money, let that shit eat. So you can, when you 4 or 5 years from now, nigga, I got $1 million in this motherfucking stock. Let me pull my shit out and I can eat. My people good. It's like that's what he's there for, to make the rich richer.
Yeah, but the people that be worried about that aren't even rich, so it don't even apply.
But that's the thing is, don't look at it like that. Stop worrying about what he did in his personal life. Look at that what he's doing. He keep making people rich. Get in these positions to make yourself rich, just like the other people. That's all it is.
That's a privilege. That's a privilege to be able to do that. A lot of people.
Yeah, but we working. If you could save $100 every check, invest that $100 in every check.
But some people can't. That's what I'm saying. That's
understood. You got to. At the end of the day, you got to figure it out however you could. As I said, don't look at it like, oh, that man. He full of shit, but find a way to make yourself be richer, just like he put everybody else.
I don't know if I'm drunk, but like Derek Lynon is like perfect. I noticed that. Like, it's like,
man, shut up. Man.
Look at his finger, John's like it's like stir, and like at the grass, and it's like perfect and shit. Now
this nigga is drunk.
Fuck you, you good head nigga. That nigga shit is like. Look at this nigga beer.
That nigga full of shit, but man, listen.
Man, at the end of the day, ibuprofen is still overpriced.
All of that shit still overpriced, and they're talking about shit going down. Shit ain't going down.
Man, it is what it is, man. Like, you live your life, enjoy your life. You
no better.
Don't be worrying about political views. Live your life. Like Jajeaux said, shit ain't changing unless like you're a woman. Like, you know, if you the only thing I don't like
that's what I'm saying though. Like, y'all don't have to worry about who's in office because nobody's telling y'all how to produce.
Balls off. Yeah.
Look at the numbers.
I'm gonna say this.
It's a privilege to not have to worry about politics.
Wouldn't that be fucked up?
Wouldn't that
be fucked up if the president would be like, nobody can jack off no more because that's a sign of abortion? Wouldn't y'all be mad? And be like,
how the fuck you gonna do that?
I'm jacking off. You going to jail for 2 weeks?
How the fuck you gonna do that?
I would fuck everything up. He'd be like, oh man, fuck that. I ain't be my bitch. Fuck, I got no gun. I'm gonna jack off right now.
Motherfuckers voting dead.
Right. But again, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a privilege to say I'm not gonna worry about that or I don't care about that because the things are always going to benefit men. We in a patriarchal society, so men are never going to have to be worried because y'all rights are not being taken away. Y'all not being told when and where y'all can do what y'all can do with y'all body. So, I mean, I understand you telling your daughter that, but it is a big deal for her for the next 5 years. So when she's 25, we don't know where the state of the world is going to be. And if hope to God, she's never in a situation where she needs to decide whether to be on birth control or whether she needs to terminate a pregnancy for health reasons. Not because
if she's not fucking, she don't have to worry about that. If she's not fucking.
But she's going to be fucking. She's 18. So again,
she's going to be fucking, Jajeaux. She's going to be fucking.
My brother,
she's going to be fucking.
Oh, wait. Before they kill me, I'm not saying she not. You hear me? I'm just saying, like, before they kill me. No, sir, I'm not. You hear me? What I'm saying is, again, let me dumb it down. That's one thing. I get it.
That's a big thing. You saying that's one thing.
It's a big thing. I'm not saying it's big or small. I'm just saying that's one thing.
You don't have to say whether it's big or small because you're a man. So
check this out.
It's not big or small.
Okay, so can you name me at least 3 other things?
It doesn't matter. If that's the one thing that matters to me, then it's still big. You can't say it's only one thing, so it's minor. That's a huge thing.
So why didn't you vote then?
Who said I didn't?
You said you didn't.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did I say that?
Before we talk about voting.
I'm drunk. I don't know.
I said it when?
You said you did a couple episodes ago. We can pull it up.
Right, a couple episodes ago, I did not. But for this election, I did. Now, this is my first time since Obama.
Okay.
But no, I don't. And again, I don't complain because I moved. First of all, I moved from Ohio to North Carolina. So this was my first time ever voting here. But again, the Senate, the House of Representatives, the Republicans have all of that. So honestly, we're fucked because now everybody's red. And so,
so let me bring this back then. So let me back it up again then since you did vote. So you based your vote off of that one thing, or was there other things that made you choose your vote?
It wasn't that one thing, but that was a big factor thinking about women's rights and the fact that we have to a man that will never be in our position gets to decide that. Yeah. But it also was the fact that he's made very racist comments. He can be a bigot. Like, there was a lot of other things, but it was not a thing that like kept me up at night. I didn't lose sleep. I wasn't upset the next day. So again, I voted because I was like, oh, this is a big election, but I also don't I live in this world, but I'm not of this world. And so I always leave stuff up to spirit. Whatever's supposed to happen in this world, is going to happen.
They did full of shit.
Okay, I have a horse in the race, so I can't get too deep. I did not vote because that shit ain't never affected me. And again,
and thank God that it does. Thank God that it won't. And never has.
I may be sensitive to, and I'm not being sensitive to the whole abortion thing, like none of that. But what I'm saying is, when I wake up every day, I'm not thinking about, oh, this motherfucking president in office is stopping me from accomplishing my goals or putting food on the table for my family. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and wholeheartedly, I get that, and that's why again, I've never cared either. But when I heard about the stuff that was coming up for this one, I'm like, that stuff is concerning. Now, again, now that he's in office, again, I'm not losing sleep. There were people that were crying, that were upset. I wasn't like that because, again, my faith and my hope does not come from man. It comes from spirit and source.
But this the part that be so funny. Like, they be like, oh, he's a fucking racist. He's going to kill our kids. And then 4 years pass by, you see the same motherfucker. You heard me like, so what happened? Did any of your kids die? You still working the same? You working, huh? Okay, your hope, like your life was the same. Why you did all that hooping and hollering? You cursed this motherfucker out. You did that. Like, you did all that.
And just because it's of his actions. It's because of his actions.
Yeah, I hope that it still is not affected. But again, I don't know the future. I'm praying that, again, I'm not affected or that nobody that I love is affected. But this one was very concerning. It made me think. I will say it made me think. And usually I'm like, I don't get into politics. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm spirit led. I'm not man led, which that still stands. But I was like, damn, this shit is deep. When I read Project 2025, when I learned that they're taking African American history out of schools, they're defunding the Department of Education. I'm a person that holds a master's degree. I have children that will be up for college in next couple years. So certain things, I was like, ooh, ouch. But again, it did not make me lose sleep. I wasn't up watching the results or anything like that. And again, in my heart of hearts, I knew that Trump was going to win because I knew the world was not ready to see a Black woman lead. So I didn't have my hopes up. Again, I voted and I went on about my day.
Do you see a woman leading the country? Like,
you said what?
Do you see a woman leading the country?
No, that's what I said. The world is not ready to see that.
No, I thought you was just saying that. Can you see, like, in the future?
Yeah,
could I see that?
Yeah. Do you ever see? My bad. Do you ever see a woman running the country?
I don't think that. Again, if things change, maybe, but I can't see. We live in a patriarchal society, so I don't see people voting for, like, I feel like even people that were Democratic voted Republican this time simply because they did not want a woman leader, because it's hard for people to wrap their mind around change. Things have been the way that they've been, and people like to keep stuff the way it is. And so, again, people that don't agree with his views, I feel like still voted for him just of the fear of the unknown. The unknown is we've never had a woman run the country. So some people just feel like, well, let's not change anything, when really it shouldn't matter about that. But again, the most disrespected, hated person is a Black woman, right? There's the white man, then there's the Black man, then there's the white woman, then there's the Black woman. So again, I knew that the world, that wasn't about to happen, right? Like, Obama was Black, but he was a man. And so again, there's still some divide, not only with race, but also with gender. Women aren't respected, right? They call her Kamala. They don't call her Harris, but we call Trump by his last name, Obama by his last name. You know what I mean? So a lot of
Black
things.
Black folks call her Kamala. Black folk call her Kamala.
Yeah, they don't even address her as Harris.
Hey, Kamala, you gonna vote for Kamala?
Yeah, like every other president gets addressed by their last name. We don't address her by her last name. We call her by her first name, like she a homegirl. So again, it's just different when it comes to a woman, and I know a lot of people aren't ready to see that. So I knew they was not about to let a Black woman win this country. They hate her, and it's simply because she's a Black woman. So I wasn't.
I'm gonna keep it real, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, the dude is ignorant and he say some crazy stuff, but it's for attention. But he made a point, Charleston White, when he said, "Man, listen, this ain't our country." Like, you feel me? We can't run nothing or take nothing that ain't for us. You know what I'm saying?
Charleston White.
He like some
whatever we want, nigga. If Black people come together, like literally come together, we could take over everything.
Right. That's what they fear.
And then he playing into the white shit.
Yeah, white people don't want to be the minority.
But it just saying, like, you feel me? Yeah.
Yeah,
They make the system be fucked
white
up.
people are realizing that they're starting to be the minority. So they don't want us to stop having babies and be on birth control and stuff, which is why all that stuff is being taken away, because they're starting to be outpopulated, right? White people are getting pregnant by black people. So black people is starting to be the majority again. And white people want to keep white people in power and want to keep white people the majority. So they're going to keep voting white, and they're going to keep cutting out our rights because they want to stay the majority. There's a video of a white man saying that we're phasing out and we don't want that. So we're going to keep white in so that we can stay in order and in power. They know that if black people get a hold of anything, they are goners. And so again, a lot of this stuff is an agenda, and I get that. And that's why I'm just like, oh, okay, of course she wasn't going to win. I knew that. But it still is concerning because they will do any and everything they can to keep us from being on top. So
sad, bro.
You know, they want to keep the patriarchy going. That's what this country was founded on, racism. So they need a racist in power because they need to keep stuff going the way that it was. This country was meant for us to be low-hanging fruit, so they got to keep us low-hanging fruit. They can't let her be the face of the United States. She will be over the military. She will be over everything, and they not ready to see that. They need to keep the country as it was when it started, and it started on rape, murder, racism, abuse, disrespect of women, and so that's what they have to keep going.
I just feel like it get deeper than that with me. I feel like it don't fit the narrative. Like they put somebody in office that's gonna fit their overseas narrative. So for example, if they trying to capture some oil, you feel me, where there's a lot of it, then we gonna put somebody in office that's probably a good face to go talk to these motherfuckers so we can either go to war and confiscate the oil, or you feel me, some other chess pieces to be moved. So that's why I don't really
person.
Yeah,
they need
exactly.
a business person. And Trump is
Exactly.
about
That's
motherfucking
why
business.
I don't be falling into that.
Yeah. We are in debt. We're in debt. We in war. They need somebody that's gonna keep that shit going. They don't need peace and love. They don't need unity. They need the nitty gritty hardcore shit, and that's what he's about. He's gonna fuck some shit up.
And I'm not for Trump or none of that. But again, when you understand how shit start be working and operating, then you understand how the chess pieces get moved around.
That's why
in all honesty, I feel like the government in the United States itself is corrupt. So even Kamala running, she got some corruptness in her too. Because
the people behind.
Yeah, how
everybody
are you
operates off the same system. So in the president, they're operating off the same blueprint. In the elementary schools, they're operating off the same blueprint in the system. Like everybody's using the same system, just in different forms.
Right. So until we dismantle the system, I'm not for it, which is why I'm moving out the country. I don't care who's in office. I don't fuck with the way that this country operates or the way it's ran. And in other countries, they don't have the issues and shit that we have. They don't have consumerism. They don't have capitalism. They have free healthcare. Like, she wasn't saying none of that shit. You know what I mean? So again, I was like, damn, it would be dope in my lifetime as I'm alive to say that I was able to see the first Black woman be president. So yeah, I went and voted for her. But at the end of the day, I'm like, the country is doing what it was meant to do. And it was always meant for us to be up under. They never thought we would be free or voting, for one. So they not ready to see big change. That wouldn't fit the narrative, like you said. So, you know, I get it. But again, I'm spirit led. I put my faith in God and not in man. And so again, if God allowed Trump to be president, then that's what it needs to be for shit to get exposed, or for shit to come uncovered, undone. You know, I don't know, but I feel like there's a bigger purpose in this than, again, me crying on my sofa on Wednesday. It was disheartening, but I still went on about my day. I had my walk, I did my yoga, I went to the cafe. You know what I mean? So I don't get that deep in it because, again, I feel like a lot of this stuff is spiritual warfare. And so I just be like, I'm gonna let this shit play out. Like, we're on a floating rock. And we all trying to figure this out. But again, the government, the United States, is corrupt. I don't care who's in office. The country was founded on the backs of Blacks. And so if you agree with any part of the government, I look at you a little sideways. Because why wouldn't you say dismantle the entire system? Dismantle it and start over. If you're not saying that, then it's nothing I can really rock with. The Constitution, all these other things, these were founded by white men. We weren't even considered. So if you're not saying tear the system down and let's rebuild a new one, a new contract, then I'm still looking sideways. So,
and they ain't finna let that happen. You feel me? Like,
absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, So once you understand how that system works, you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna fall back and try to figure this shit out on a smaller scale, which means locally, where you can actually see the difference. Put the right sheriff in office that you want to see, or you know what I'm saying? Put the right alderman or the right mayor in office that you want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like start right there before you start losing friends behind the president you ain't even gonna motherfucking see, shake his hand, goddamn, even smell that motherfucker cologne.
But I mean, I think it is. There's something that I still feel like. I mean, I didn't cut nobody off, but it was weird for me to see people like old coworkers and stuff that were like posting Trump and saying like "Make America great again." Like it's hard for me to still want to vibe and talk to those people because then what do you think about me? What do you think about me? What do you care about my children and my rights? So again, I didn't cuss nobody out. Again, I'm not on social media for one. I got off November 1st and that was very intentional. So I'm staying off so I don't see that. But I was on Snapchat and an old coworker, me and her were very tight at work. She's an older white lady. She posted Trump and was like, "Great win, America. I'm so proud of you." And posted a picture of Trump. That definitely made me look at her different because the job that we worked together, we worked with Black women in maternal and child health. So we literally worked with women who we talked about birth control. We talked about the importance of, pregnancy, getting prenatal care and stuff.
Lady, a bitch. Who that lady is? I'm gonna tell her, say, you a bitch, lady.
So you was working with all these Black babies and these poor Black women, but you're saying Trump good women. Like there's a part of me that's looking at her kind of sideways now. So it's just like, well, did you care about the work you did with the Black women?
Lady, like, a bitch.
Lady, you know what I mean?
What's that lady name, Brandi? Give me her full first and last. I'm gonna follow on Snapchat right now. I'm gonna send a Snapchat picture of Trump sucking some dick. I'm gonna say you a bitch, lady.
We can't give in to that. That's
what
they
want to say.
You're not. You Brandi. We can't, but I can. You're a fucking bitch. Lady. Fuck you and your fucking voters' rights, you cracker barrel, jack in a box eating, prize in a box eating, shrimp fettuccine.
But in her defense, she is a rich white woman, and so maybe she's
she's a rich white woman. Okay, fuck you, because you rich off the Black people that made this country the way it is. You slave-owning bitch. You bet your last name is Bartholomew or something. You fucking slave-owning last name.
But I also saw something interesting too, that it was saying like white women, even if they don't agree with Trump, women are always going to go where their safety comes from, and a lot of white women's safety comes from white men, and so they're going to be on the side that's winning instead of going against it and standing up for what's right. And again, that's
more Black people voted for Trump than anybody this
Facts.
year.
Facts. Let me say this.
Because a lot of Black men hate Black women, and so
you're right. Let me say this. I seen a lot of niggas.
Man. They want the bag, man. People was.
But the Black men that are for Trump don't even make six figures. Like the Black men that were for Trump don't even have no money. Talking about tax cuts, you don't qualify.
Facts.
Even do they research period on this election?
Facts.
They heard tax cuts and thought, "Well, I'm gonna vote for him, nigga." You ain't in the tax bracket. You're not in the tax bracket.
It's like first you break out the black white, okay, you separate that, then you separate the woman from the man. You feel me? You get them votes, and then the rest gonna fall off of, hey, did this motherfucker do my friend like this motherfucker? You feel me? And
then I think people are just uneducated because I heard a lot of Black people well, Trump gave us stimulus checks. Congress gives stimulus checks, not president. So again, a lot of it was just miseducation. And it's just like, I can't fuck with people that's uneducated. Like that ignorance just
how can you override a system? You give people information that they don't know and tell them things that they want to know. So therefore, I'm gonna tell you that, hey, we give y'all money, and they will go by that because they're like, oh shit, Trump gave it $2,000. But if they're misinformed and they're miseducated, they don't know that these certain type of criteria to get this money. So they're going by, like, I know a lot of niggas that like, oh man, fuck Trump, and like you said, Brandi, they don't like Black women.
Yeah.
So they automatically go agree on like, oh man, fuck Trump. We don't want those Black bitches running the United States. Like they just gotta.
It ain't even Black, bro.
Yeah, like it's sad, man. It's sad, and like I just be like, man, y'all niggas is dumb.
We don't want to see a Black woman in office. She ain't even Black.
What is she?
Island or some shit, man.
Her daddy is Jamaican.
Man,
she married a white man.
She Indian, Black, and white.
Yeah, but if you gotta drop a Black, then you Black.
Last podcast I talked about it's like, hey man, y'all think Kamala Harris Kamala Harris' husband voted for Trump. Like, baby, I lost. She's like, I know, I never voted.
Hey, you never know. But
He probably did vote for him. That's probably why she ain't want to talk.
I ain't voted for you, girl. I may be sticking dick in you, but I ain't sticking a pin in you.
That's great. That nigga said he ain't ready to be the first man.
First man, lady.
that was gonna be that would have been crazy though. But it would have been, it would have definitely been something for the history books.
Yep.
They taking African American history out of the schools.
Man, they ain't let a white woman win. They damn sure didn't.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't let the white woman win.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
They not ready for that.
They don't see that shit, period. They don't want to see that, period.
They don't want to see no woman at all. Oh, my period. On my mention.
Y'all quote me now. Quote me now. Next president gonna be gay.
No, I don't think they're gonna go that far.
I already had a gay president.
They too conservative. They don't
fully
like
gay person that's married with children. I'm telling y'all.
They too conservative for that. They too conservative.
They ain't doing that, bro.
Hey, I'm y'all say what y'all want. Whenever it comes next 4 years, we're on this podcast. I'm telling y'all.
Hold on, Derek, so you can see this. I ain't gonna say the person's name, but I saw the text message to my homeboy. Now I'm going president. So therefore, if y'all see something, I want to be the president of the United States.
Y'all ain't doing that. They ain't doing that.
Ain't no fucking way. Don't disrespect the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, ain't nothing against it, but
nothing against y'all, but ain't no fucking way we about to have an American flag turn to a rainbow.
They ain't let
He
women.
not gonna change nothing. Watch, I'm telling you.
Half
He
black
gonna run the office. He gonna run that shit better than anybody. I'm telling you.
Man, I don't believe that in one bit, bro. I don't believe.
Talking about a gay man or a gay woman?
Hold on. If the motherfucker, if a gay man go win the presidency, Derek come to Atlanta this weekend.
But they'll let her not.
That's in the next 4 years, man. I'm telling you,
they're gonna let that because they're sexist, they're racist, they are terrified of the gays, they homophobic.
Listen, I'm gonna let y'all say what y'all gonna say. I'm telling you,
Derek, that ain't happening, cuz.
Yeah, hey, I'm not fussing with y'all. Y'all believe what y'all want. I'm telling y'all.
So doc this episode right now on November 17th, 2024. Derek Ledette, DJ True said they're gonna have a gay president in November 5th, 2028. They're gonna have a gay president saying, "Thank y'all, I'm your president."
No, he's not. This the thing is, he don't do all of that shit.
He's just
a normal. He's just gay.
Look. So you're a straight gay person. Be like,
no, he's gay. He just don't act all of that feminine shit.
So you think the LGBTQ community go accept him? Oh, why you not fan blowing? Why you not saying that?
I already had a gay president. I don't know why y'all keep saying it.
Somebody was undercover.
Obama gay.
Oh man, get out of here with that
fuck
shit,
here, man. I'm tired of you saying that shit. I know some people say that shit, man. Shut the fuck up.
Obama smooth as hell. I don't
Bro,
see that.
That nigga ain't gay, man. I know what man keep saying that shit for, man.
Hey, man. Let me stop.
Gay, man. Hey, man, delete me off of Facebook.
Anyway.
All right, man.
Been on this bitch too long. Who give it a fuck?
We'll get the fuck out of here. The first time we'll get the fuck out of here to that man who ain't coming down now next week.
Why you giving it to me?
So why? Hey, I ain't saying no name.
Oh man,
you guilty?
Yeah, I ain't coming.
Man. Hold on. I want to get the fuck out of here to that man who coming to Atlanta too. They'll beat his nigga ass this weekend.
Shit.
I can't do shit about that. It is what it is.
I'm not going
to. You got a gay person show up for your movie?
Huh?
You had a gay person show up to play in your movie?
Not this movie. The last two movies I had a gay person.
He don't want to be gay. He don't want to be
He don't want to be a junkie.
He want to be gay, but he don't want to be a gay junkie.
Yeah, he don't want to be. He want to be gay,
he
but
he don't want to be a dude. He don't want to be a dude junkie.
Yeah, he don't want to.
He don't want to play a dude.
Yeah,
that's why he don't want to be.
Understood.
So
I don't.
Niggas say I know.
That's what it is. So.
Shit. Watch out, come
y'all get somebody to FI.
Oh, I got a title.
What's
this
up?
Should be called Parenting and Politics. Ooh.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Liking it.
At least this episode not gonna be called Bland. You got big.
I know he was little, but it's
because
because
he ain't got a tight shirt on today. He said,
"Yeah, I told you it
depends.
depends. It depends. I even said I told you the shirt. It depends how I'm sitting down. I can sit down right now. I can get a different angle. You be like, okay.
and probably because he was at work.
Yeah, and
Look,
different angle and stuff.
I'm gonna tell you this: next year when the series come out, he gonna be wearing tight shirts. Enjoy the series next year.
What series?
We're gonna film
a movie series. As we're filming this weekend. Well, like I'm gonna film some of it this weekend. But if I can pull this shit off in one weekend, I'm a fucking goat. If I can pull this shit off in one weekend.
No, you're not. We'll be fighting half of the time.
Oh Lord have mercy. Please, y'all stop, please. I'm gonna be praying hard.
What Derek at?
I'm gonna be praying hard.
What Derek at? Tell your ass up, boy.
I ain't making it.
I ain't fighting nobody. Look, I'm gonna go in that back room and put my head down.
They're gonna be like, "Why I'm breaking down film?" I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Oh shit.
Nah, man, we gonna make it work, man.
Yeah,
Y'all got it, man.
Nah, we gonna do what we do, like real shit. Like real shit. Positive energy. I ain't gonna fuss. If I fuck up, Blaine tell me what I fucked up at, and I'm gonna agree with it. Ain't none of that bullshit, bro. Like real shit. We'll get it done.
You write a script for everybody?
No, improv. Everything is improv.
Oh, you did say improv.
But like came back.
Saturday is like the day like
they came back. They tied it up, or they beat them.
Tied it up.
Joe Burrow.
Y'all saw that. Oh, y'all being sorry.
Playing with Joey.
I just said I'm coming back in.
We won. The Bengals won.
No, it's tied up.
They tied and came back.
You throw one more touchdown to Chase, I'm gonna win. Greatest comeback ever.
Oh, boy, that'll be fine.
He scored twice already.
They be pissing
somebody
me off.
parlay gonna hit.
I took a break from watching the Bengals. They stress me out. They've been stressing me out since I was born.
All I know is Jamar Chase got 9 receptions in the fourth quarter. JK.
I ain't worried about all that.
Look, James Harden did over the 30 points and assists. And then they didn't hit no threes the whole game.
Man, who gave those picks?
Your ass, nigga.
I ain't worried about it.
Man.
All right, y'all. Look, man, in the meantime, thank y'all for coming on. I had like 40, 30 some people in the earlier room. You know, I also thank everybody for coming on. Shout out to Mara King. Fuck King. Shout out to Mara, Christian, and Lanier. They're the real ones. They stood up. They stayed there because they know how. They felt my energy. They felt I didn't have it. They felt I couldn't do it without them. So, but that, deep down inside, thank Jajeaux, thank Brandi for coming on this podcast, just for being a part of it, no matter what. Just appreciate y'all just for doing this. Because most people fall off. Most people say, fuck you, fuck us, and it just stop. All our bullshit we go through, ain't nothing but love for both of y'all. Real shit. My cousin and you, Brandi, appreciate y'all from personal to even the podcast. Thank y'all for all y'all do.
This when you sober, then I believe you.
Oh,
I knew that was gonna come.
I like that.
Hold on.
But you know what? At the end of the day, he telling the truth.
Time out, Derek.
The truth come out when you drunk. The truth come out when you drunk.
Because I was thinking the same shit. I said, yeah, I just said drunk ass nigga. You don't mean that shit. I was saying all that in my head.
No other time. He ain't said it
no other time.
I was saying on drunk ass talk.
Brandi, I appreciate you, like, for real. Like, even though, like, even from the like, real shit, from the session you did with me and my wife.
I got you some coochie.
Hey, he ain't say that. Hey,
I'm the goat.
Right?
I don't put my like, you know, you don't put your personal business out there. So like what me and her talked about, that between me and Brandi and my wife. But like, yeah. But at the end of the day, I appreciate you because like
book Brandi, she working. You see that?
No, like real shit. Like I told people, I was like, Brandi did her thing on that you know, that interview. So at the end of the day, it's all good. Like, we go back and forth. We argue. We fuss. We do it.
That's why he drinking, dog. He pre-gaming. He about to jump off the dresser tonight. He about to jump off the dresser. He pre-gaming. That's why he drinking. He pre-gaming.
And listen. Hold on. I want to say these. I'm drunk. I understand. Like I was upset, but at the end of the day, I understand. Derek, still my brother. I love that dude, man. If he can't come, he can't come. It is what it is.
Hey,
Oh,
what's up
man.
on the phone? I didn't mean none of that shit.
Hold on. That nigga about to go hard tomorrow. Watch.
Ah, man, like real shit. Like I understand. Like I like even like he can't come. He can't come. I already knew he couldn't come from like a month ago.
I told you that 4 months ago. That Derek not coming on, please.
I knew. No, but I was like, it is what it is. I'm like, I'm still gonna make it do what it do, man. Hey, Jajeaux, I need like $500 if you want to. That's what I needed, cuz. 500. Send it to Zell.
Not 500.
500, cuz. You asked me. I'm sending you. Bring it to me.
Not 500.
$5?
Huh?
Like Brandon say,
$5?
like Brandon said, you gotta ask me when you're sober, because I don't believe it.
No, like anything, like real shit, anything helps. It don't matter if $1, $2, don't matter. Anything helps. So
for sure.
but like I appreciate y'all, man. Like real shit.
Send me the shit, man. Send me the information when we get out of here on the text or whatever.
Hell yeah. Oh, Derek, since you ain't coming, you sit above.
What I'm sending it, you gotta send it.
This is up. I'm sorry. I'm going to bed.
Hey, it was a long day too, and I was tired, but I got you.
Oh shit.
Push through.
Yeah, man, cuz it don't matter, bro. It be $10, $5. It don't matter, man. You get this. You get
just send him the information.
Yeah, bro.
Send it to DJ Truth. Need a fund to Atlanta like that. DJ Truth need a business in a
Take the kids. Fuck it.
For real.
I'm playing the fucking kids. The brother motherfuckers out here.
Take the kids. Fuck it.
Take them kids, man. Shit, no, I really about to say take DJ and D2. Just take them, bro. They gonna be all right. Oh man, but yeah, Jajeaux, man, it don't matter, bro. Like Cash App, Zelle, don't matter. I don't care. I'm drunk.
For sure. Just send that. Just send it.
Yeah.
Just sit it, man. Just been saying that for the last 10 minutes.
Look, I ain't gonna sit it.
That's your cash app, nigga.
I ain't gonna sit it. Oh man, but yeah, man.
I was sending Jajeaux.
Yeah. In the meantime, in between time, this is an excited drunk podcast. We got to turn about parenting and politics. Politics to a pile of shit. Pile of shit to a pile of piss. Pile of piss to a toilet that don't flush when you hit swish. And that sound that it makes when you flush. Oh! I'm the guy that got to deal with 40 people this weekend without Derek Day.
You got it, my brother. You got it.
I know I got it. I'm the guy that never allows I have to say so.
And it should be the DJ Truth.
It's Brandi with nothing cool to say.
And it's just Joe, 1 million of the black aristocrats.
And we out this bitch like some puppies. See y'all next week.
No, you might not be. You ain't gonna be here because you gonna be filming. So
yeah, see y'all next week.
Me and Jajeaux and Brandon can come on.
I got a feeling I'm still gonna come on because I'm gonna do the podcast. And I'll be like, boy, how you miss that?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Hold on, listen. Y'all miss that? He would never.
Oh shit! Piece of head.
We ain't coming on. We ain't gonna be here.
I already knew.
All right, y'all. Good night.
Y'all be easy.